Scooby-Doo.
Hey everyone, it's Gilbert.K here. Welcome back to my channel where we talk movies. Today, we're reviewing the movie Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery streaming on Netflix right now after a short theatrical run and its big world premieres at TIFF back in September 2025. And yes, we're answering the big question. Is this the best Knives Out movie? Let's go. First thing first, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Also check other episodes. You can listen to this episode and others on any podcast platform. Let's keep it spoiler-free for a bit. What's this movie actually about? We're back with Daniel Craig and Benoit Blanc. That smooth, slow southern drawl. The big hats, the perfectly confused face when he's already 10 steps ahead of everyone. But this time, instead of a rich family in a mansion or influencers on a tech bro island, Blanc is dragged into a small New England parish after a priest drops dead during Good Friday service. That's Monsignor Wicks, played by Josh Brolin, whose death kicks off as impossible murder. Think church, locked doors, and way too many secrets. The main new face is Josh O'Connor as Father Judd, a young priest with a messy past, a lot of anger, and way more going than the caller suggests. Critics and fans are basically saying, yeah, Daniel Craig is great, but Josh O'Connor kind of steals the movie. Around them, we've got stacked cast. Glenn Close, Kerry Washington, Jeremy Renner, Mila Kunis, Andrew Scott, Katie Spaney, all wrapped in a darker, more gothic mystery that actually leans into religion, belief, guilt, and grace, but still with that Knives Out humor and those sharp jabs on modern culture. The vibe check, less silly than Glass Onion, more emotion than Knives Out, way more church, candles, and we are sure we're okay energy, and big thing everyone's saying online, this might be the sharpest mystery of the trilogy, with some critics calling it the best one so far. Is it really the best Knives Out? Alright, let's get into that. Here's how I see it. Knives Out 2019 was the cozy, modern, Agatha Christie reboot, rich family, big house, warm autumn colors. You could watch it with your parents, your friends, your dog. Glass Onion 2022 was loud, bright, memorable, tech billionaire, influencers, big satire, and lots of jokes. Wake Up Dead Man 2025 feels like the grown-up version. It's still fun, but it's darker, slower, more emotional, and way more interested in what people believe than just who's lying. A lot of critics and early reactions say this one has the best mystery structure, the most layered theme, faith, guilt, misinformation, forgiveness, and maybe the best performance in the whole trilogy thanks to Josh O'Connor's Father Judd. Here's my current ranking. Subject to change when I rewatch all the three at 2 a.m. like a gremlin. Wake Up Dead Man, best story and themes. Knives Out, best fun, whodunit energy. Glass Onion, still entertaining, just the most cartoonish. If you love the puzzle pieces of the first movie and wanted something with more emotional punch than Glass Onion, Wake Up Dead Man is going to hit you hard. So what works? The tone, dark, gothic, and weirdly spiritual. This movie looks and feels different. Rian Johnson and his usual team lean straight into gothic church horror mystery vibes. You've got deep shadows, strong light cutting through stained glass, creepy basements, a resurrection moment that's staged like a horror set piece, and a certain acid-related discovery that's more chilling because of what implies rather than what shows on screen. The cinematography, Steve Yedlin pushes the visuals into rich blacks and moody frames. If Glass Onion, like a loud New Year's Eve party, Wake Up Dead Man is that intense late night talk after everyone goes home and the lights are off. Performances. Daniel Craig is still clearly having the time of his life as Benoit Blanc. He's older, a bit more tired, but the heart feels more exposed in this one. You feel the weight of everything he's seen. Josh O'Connor as Father Judd is the movie emotional engine. Critics are calling him the standout. He's angry and vulnerable and constantly pulled between violence and grace. Glenn Close brings that I know more than I'm letting on energy only she can. Kerry Washington, Andrew Scott, Mila Kunis, Jeremy Renner, Katie Spaney, everybody gets their moment to shine and look suspicious at least once. The fun of Knives Out movie is always, okay, who's here lying the most? The one keeps that, but ties much closer to what people believe about themselves and their faith. Fun facts, composer Rian Johnson, Rian Johnson's cousin and longtime collaborator, used a broken harmonium, basically a wheezy, messed up church instrument to build the creepy musical tone of the film. So when you hear those unsettling notes during the Good Friday scenes, or while Blanc is putting the clues together, that uneasy feeling is literally the sound of a dying church. Between that and the strings that sometimes sound like a full-on panic attack, the score really tells the idea that this is not just a puzzle, it's a crisis of belief. The theme, I won't give away the final reveal of who did what, but I'm going to talk about what the movie means. So if you want to go on in totally clean pause here, watch the movie, then come back. Ready? Cool. At the center of Wake Up Dead Man is a priest with a violent past, a church built on secret and power, and a community that's been hurt in ways money can't fix. The murder is tied to a massive diamond and all the greed, fear, and manipulation around it. But what makes the story different is not like just about rich people are terrible like Knives Out. It's not just tech bros are clowns like Glass Onion. It's about how we weaponize belief, religious belief, social media belief, conspiracy belief, and what it costs. Critics have pointed out that the film deals with faith versus doubt, disinformation, and people choosing the version of the story that suits them, and a surprisingly hopeful ending that leans into grace over revenge. Without spoiling the final puzzle, I'll just say the last act doesn't just solve who killed who. It answers who are we when no one is watching, and what does we actually believe about forgiveness. What doesn't work? No movie is perfect. Let's keep it real. Some viewers and critics have pointed out a few things. The movie is longer and slower than the first two. At 144 minutes, you feel the runtime a bit in the middle. It's less funny than Glass Onion. The comedy is still there. It's more dry and spaced out. If you wanted a straight-up comedy mystery, this might feel heavier than you expected because it goes so hard on theme and mood. Some people might miss the big showy, everywhere yell at the table chaos of the first film. To me, though, that's not a flaw. It's a choice. Rian Johnson is clearly not trying to make the same movie 3 times, and I respect the swing. So final thoughts. Should you watch it? Should you watch Wake Up Dead Man? If you love Knives Out, like Glass Onion, but wish it was a little less cartoon and a little more grounded, enjoy mysteries that actually leave you thinking after the credits, then yes, this is a must-watch. That's all for now, folks. Thank you for watching, and that's my movie review for the Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. Don't forget to check other episodes on my channel and all podcast platforms for the latest films and series reviews, trailer reactions, and exclusive film industry interviews packed with tips, inspirations, and recommendations. More stories, more insights, and more movie magic waiting for you. See you in the next one. Until next time, Gilbert.K out.